Saturday. Happy Saturday. We are back with Real Talk with Reese. Your favorite place to be on Saturday at 12 o'clock for sure. Listen, I know I had so much feedback from last week. You guys really love the show and excited to be back. I told you we're going to be doing different things. Everything about Real Talk with Reese from now to 2026 is going to be a vibe, as always. And I am so excited. You know, I told you guys I was going to be out of town for a super major event. It was so successful. And because of that, I'm in the ATL. Shout out to ATL. All my ATA lens. How y'all doing out there? Because I was here, we decided to go ahead and do the show from Atlanta. So Real Talk with Reese is out in these streets today. I have my two amazing guests. But, you know, as we always start to show off with Real Talk with Reese, we're going to start with a little inspiration, and then we're going to kick it into the show today. We're going to talk about this amazing opportunity that can be changing your life. If y'all want to get your life right, it's up to you. I mean, I'm not sure. If you want to be average, it's cool. You could be that. But if you want to upgrade and change your life, today is the show that's going to take you to that place. So we're going to first start off talking about the new year is coming up and preparing your mind. A lot of you guys are waiting to January 1st to get your goals right, to get your mind right. But you know, right now, I tell y'all all the time, I don't do the New Year thing. I do the all year thing. So the bottom line is to get yourself together, to get that mindset on track, is to do your best, to do your best. That's the key. If you want to be successful in anything that you do, you have to do your best to do your best. That's it. You can't just wake up and think, oh, what am I going to do today? You should already know what you was going to do today, yesterday, right? So it's all about mindset. It's about motivation. I tell you about prayer and meditation, which is how I know it's a gift. And one of the reasons why I connected with these amazing ladies is through prayer and meditation. You all know my grief journey. Shout out to Jalen, love you, son. You know that grief is no joke, right? But how am I getting through it? Is the prayer and meditation. And then one thing that I want to make sure you understand is you need both components. Prayer is you talking to God, you talking to your ancestors, you talking to the universe, right? And meditation is you receiving the message. It's God, your ancestors, and the universe, the energy talking back to you. So that's why you can't just pray, but you have to meditate as well. Because when you're praying, all you're doing is talking. When you meditate, you're getting the answer. So that is the keys. You have to listen. That's why a lot of people are off track. We always run our mouth and we never listen, right? So it's the same thing spiritually. You got to get your spiritual right. I keep telling y'all, I'm going to make that a whole message for the year. You got to get your spirituality right in order for you to get your business on track and exceed to the next level. And because I was in deep prayer and meditation, I'm like, first of all, Jesus, what you're not about to do is give me all of this grief and these problems and this sadness when you know I'm a vibe every day. How can keep me in the vibe if you gonna give me this pain, right? And so that's how you gotta talk. So I went into my prayer and my meditation, and I had one of my amazing friends. Y'all already know she's a holistic healer of the world. Deidre Holt, Loving Me Detox, straight out of Cleveland, but heals the world. We y'all know she's talking. First of all, if you know Deidre and you look at her page and have any conversation, she is all about private side, upgrading, about community and sticking together, which is how we bonded, because we definitely don't want to do anything unless you can win too. It's not about just me winning, you winning, you winning. We want to see the whole team win. And she saw what I was going through. We talked, we communicating about this new amazing project. She met this amazing young lady, young woman, dope. She talked about it all the time, and she called me. She was like, "Taking the truth is cold." Like they just start. She would talk to me. I'm laying in the, I'm crying in the morning to Deidre, and then we get next thing you know. That's why I like talking to her. We go from that to okay, what about this business? We're always talking business. We're always talking strategies about how we can get financially free to the next level because we know it's ours. We already know that that's in our prayers, that's in our manifestation, that's in our goals, everything, right? And she met this amazing young lady talking about freedom, financial freedom, and how to get there. And they should start vibing out, connected, like minds. And so you got to pray, you got to meditate. Because I actually sent Deidre, you know, it's always a story behind success. Always a story behind greatness. I'm talking to her and I'm referring her to somebody that I think is really, really great. And it was great in the past. And that person really wasn't getting back to Deidre for whatever reason, might have been busy. And she talked about how we can connect. She needed somebody to do this process for her. She ended up, the universe sent her Seeking the Truth. They connected like no other. When I say it is a match made in heaven, when you can see God's work, like literally right in front of your face and see what they're doing, man, they vibe and everything is so dope. And then as some kind of way, God told them to let me in the door. And I got in the door and I love to learn, I love knowledge, but I love a story and I love to see the manifestation happen right in front of your face. And lo and behold, we all came together. And they're going to talk because y'all know, real talk with Reese keeps it real. I'm learning. I'm in the process of saying, whatever y'all need me to do, I'll do my parts. But learning the in-depth and the ins and outs of how you can be free just because of your God-given ability. But things that you already have, like when you come into this world, you are already given an account, and they're gonna go through all of this, right? That you give an account just for being born. Because think about it, that makes sense. Like we're born from greatness, so we got to be great. We got to be great, and all these opportunities and things are out there. It's always about learning, doing your research, and understanding where you come from. That's why I always tell you do your research about where you come from. So let's get into it. We have the ladies from Ascension Integrative in the building. Hey. And we just had an amazing event. So before we even dive into it and they introduce themselves, I think we should toast it up. Yeah, because we trust in the process. We have our wine, shout out to Hudson Wine, Black owned winery. Yes, wine came over the club and created trust the process. So, what you want to do, red or white?
Give me red.
Red, okay. Yes. We got to celebrate because we had our class last night. Totally successful. Yes. We had some amazing, dope people come through from, you want red? Through yesterday, we had China Monet, and we had Big Johnny come in, and I know y'all know Johnny Blaze, those spirits. So we doing our thing. We gonna pat ourselves on the back right now, okay? So let's toast up to the success and to the future, and to you guys, because we about to change your life. I got to change your life with Ascension Integrated. So listen, Tika, we're gonna talk to everybody. So Tika, first of all, she's like, why she gotta come out with the whole the iridescent purple and natural sweatshirt? And shout out to me and Marie for making our sweatshirts for us. But Tika, tell us, because Tika the Truth is what they call you. Where did you get that name from? Where did that come from?
Well, my government is Antika, Antika, and I love my name, even though it sounded, people always say it sounded antique. So I got to speak on a little bit for it. So it was always more my nickname, Tika. And I originally was a rap artist when I was on Instagram. It's Aquafina. So literally, I'm like, okay, I want to go by Tika now because, that's what everybody overall knows me as. That doesn't know me from the music realm. That doesn't know all that side of me. So I'm like, okay, Tika, but it has to stand out. And so I love alliteration. And I'm like, well, I don't want to stand for just one thing, but what I know, I want to stand in truth, speaking my truth, standing on my truth. And so I'm like, Tika the Truth.
I love it. I love it. Because that name say something from somebody meet you, they're like, okay, she's serious about something. Yes. It's the truth.
Yes.
So you used to rap. So have you always been creative? Because just from those little time that I've been in your presence and meeting you, which has seemed like a lifetime already. So
Right.
crazy. That's that good energy when you meet someone to connect. But I can tell you're a real creative person. So rapping, was that something you were passionate about? Is that what you
Oh,
really
yes.
wanted to do?
Yes, I was very passionate about rapping. And I started writing maybe when I was 18. And one of my good friends, shout out to B Dunn, Brandon Matthews, he's one of the most amazing producers and engineers in the industry. He worked with everybody from Nelly, Ronald Isley, Big
Wow.
Boy. Don't get me started naming names because I might forget some people. So
I mean, that's a look right there.
yeah, like
That's major.
under his belt, and he and I went to college together, and so one day I was just like playing on the phone. He was going my best friend at the time, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm about shit at whatever the cost. I'm about shit. I'm taking it out shit. We ain't gonna say what the bull saying." And so literally,
You can say
she
anything
called
on
back,
that Reese.
and he's on the phone, and they're like, "Say that song again." I'm like, "Okay." And literally, like, he was working to try to get me a deal with Lil Jon, and I probably would have ended up with it, but I was in fashion school at the time. I really didn't take it seriously. It wasn't until years later, after a period of incarceration, because it's a whole other side of what I've been through. It was until after that, and during that time, I'm like, you know what, I really want to do this music thing. And I just started writing. I used that time, I wrote hundreds of songs, and then when I got out, I started making connections. And one of the people that I made connections with is my good friend, Chop. So he
Shout out to Young Jock went to his movie premiere the other day, and the movie, y'all, was really, really good.
Oh, yeah, the movie
It was really good. Like, he was considered, like, waiting to see what was about to happen.
Yeah,
It was a good movie. Check Young Jock out.
yeah, definitely check it out. That movie was everything. But yeah, he always like have helped me with different things I had going on, like when I needed a job and I was trying to figure things out. He got me a job waitressing at one of his restaurants, and then like with the music, he said I was serious, and he's like, I got this mixtape we doing Queens of Style, and put me on it, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's major. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's alignment right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everything was really flowing, and I did it for about 3 years. I had some really great fun. I say my biggest show, I opened up for Trina at for homecoming weekend in Albany, and that was a dope show. I mean,
Wow. Okay. Call Trina for me when we get done with the conference, because I got a couple things to Trina.
the band. Trina. Yeah,
That's what's up. That's a great story.
thank
And so you went from rapping to taxes.
How does that?
How did you do that? Rapping, being a rap star, which I mean, she just dropped. Did y'all hear all this? Like, she's really the truth. I can like your name.
Credit and taxes.
Right, credit, taxes.
So how did
You
you
went. How did you get into the taking over and being the tax queen
Well, it
and
started.
doing it great?
Okay, thank you. Now it wasn't always great. It started out because of course I wasn't honest. It'd be 10 years next year, 100%. But it's been 9 years, and literally I knew I wanted like a recession proof income. That was important to me to have stability and security. So I'm like, okay, you know, millions of Americans have to file taxes no matter what happens with the economy. Because I was seeing things, different things that had went on with the economy from when I watched the 2008 banking crisis. So I'm like, okay, I want something I know I can always make money no matter what. So I felt like taxes was it. I know in Taurus, so we like stability. So that was very important to me. And I had a friend that was in the tax business, and I'm like, can you start teaching me how to do taxes or whatnot? And she never did. She said she would, but she never did. And literally, I found a lady that was on Facebook, Miss Tara. Shout out to Tara Reed. And she started, you know, I worked for her company for 2 years, learning different things and whatnot. But I only learned like so much because it's a public side and it's a private side to taxes. But we'll, you know, get into that in a minute.
Right.
Because it's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's why they don't have to take the class. But yeah.
Yeah. Right, it's just the tip of the iceberg.
And see, I'm at Tika because she did my taxes and got me back like $19,000. And I was like, girl, you really are the truth. It's true. What?
Yeah. So that was good. Like it was good working with me. Like honestly, the space I'm in now and where the business has grown, I wouldn't be able to do it without you, Deidre, because literally I was still dealing with some depression from things I had been through with my relationship, with even with my family, just feeling like I didn't have my family support, and that was something that really was bothersome to me because my mother passed in 2017. So I missed that backbone I had, that person I could call on. And my great uncle was the second person that I could call on. That she was gone too. So I'm like, I'm here in this world by myself, somebody help me. And literally it was the friendship that forged between you and I, Deidre, that really just opened things up. So you guys like it doesn't always have to be a lover. It could be just a friend coming to your life, someone you able to connect with, and it really made me start to realize my purpose again. Like, I can help people. I can do things in spite of what I've been through. I can make change. And where we really connected was that she had been studying the private side of things. I had been studying for 2 years and doing things. I started doing trust in 2022. And I never really took it to another level. And she's like, this is the key. We got to do this. We got to do this thing. She like me.
It's like a puzzle. It's like your puzzle was coming together.
Yeah.
That's great. See, that's that energy, y'all. Listen, y'all listening? It's energy and the journey. That's why I always say the growth and the beauty is in the journey. It's not in, oh, I'm gonna be a multi-millionaire. It's how did you get there? Remember that. It's the journey. You hear this journey going on right now?
It's another journey.
It's a journey.
A beautiful one.
Yeah.
And that, like, really, and even the way that you came into our circle, Tanya, like, these just like, I had a revelation. I almost had a dream. She's like, Tanya is supposed to be right. I don't know why, but Tanya, and she's like, you gotta meet Tanya. Tanya's amazing. She's phenomenal. She did this, she does that. I'm like, wow. So I'm like, okay, whoever this Tanya lady is, Tanya gotta be fired. and me, I'm so like,
She is.
it's stubborn sometimes. So I'm like, well,
Of course. You
like,
should be.
how does this work? Like, what are we doing here? And literally everything just started coming together. And now, even more so, I'm understanding how everything comes together for us because we work very well together. We have a synergy. And literally, when we had our event yesterday, like everything just went very well. It was so beautiful. And I can't say anything less. Like it helped ease my concerns that I would have had just because of the way that we was working together.
Yes, and it's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Deidre, what made you get involved in well, tell them about well, everybody knows who Deidre like is, but everybody knows who Tika is, and y'all didn't know, y'all know who they are now. But tell us, how did you get involved with? What made you connect to the private side? And then I want you guys to go into what the big process that Ascension Integrative is doing right now that's helping people. But what made you get involved in the private side? Because you've been studying this for years. I've been doing it for years. And you were determined, that's that determination, to crack the code.
Right.
Like, and still, what I've learned is still a work in progress. You learn one thing, you learn something else. But it looks like to me that gaining knowledge from different people, is one of the good things. Connecting with real, genuine people. What made you start getting into process of privates?
Of the private side. So like shout out to all my Morris brothers, you know what I'm saying? I've always had them send me books that got like 1,000 pages. I'm like, you got time to read? But they've always kept me with materials for me to learn about what was really taking place in this world right now and how it's all an illusion. And the things that we're doing in actuality really doesn't mean anything. Like the codes and all of the statutes that they have us under, it's not even, that's not law. It's not legal. And they base the codes and the statutes, and they make us pay for everything based on this, when law states that the government is supposed to be paying our bills. When the dollar, when the gold was lost from the dollar back in 1933, that's when it happened. They were supposed to take over, pay our bills, credit us, and we weren't supposed to come out of our pocket because we're looking at a dollar that didn't have any value, no value to it. So, but people don't see that. And everything that I've learned by reading Trust or Acts is hidden. If we don't read, we not gonna know none of this. Everybody, even right now, they like, well, D, like, why would the IRS pay your bills? I'm like, because they're supposed to. It's law. If you read the tax laws, this is something that they're actually supposed to be doing. So I started studying on how to called the SES process. And it's where we have to use different stamps. We have a different signature. And we put this all on the bill and we send it back into the corporation, because if you look at your bill really isn't in a negative when you get it. If you know about accounting, it doesn't come to you in a negative, it comes to you in a positive. Why would I be paying? Why would I be paying a bill that has a positive on it? So take some time, look at your bill, and you're gonna see it shows as a positive, not a negative in what you are. So why would I have to pay that? So this is where the trickery comes in. So they actually got a positive and a credit to our bills because we gave the permission by signing our name on a contract and giving them our social security number. We gave them permission to go in and to go into our account.
So when you say signing our name on a contract, you mean, so I said I need your services, so I just sign off on the bill to receive the services.
Right. So
Or even like buying a cell phone, you're signing, okay.
Yeah.
Just so they can understand what that means, that when she say you signing on your services, if you decide that you want a service and you agree to their policy, that's signing a trust, right?
that's not, yes, and I agree with that.
Okay.
But signing like with your electric bill, you signed that contract, you gave me your social security number and they ran it and now you have a bill with them. But what you gave them was permission to go into your own trust account, which we all have trust accounts with money in it. And they went in there, got the money for the bill, which is the credit that you see on your bill. And then they said, well, we want you to pay plus some interest. So they don't got paid. Then they want you to pay plus interest, fees, or whatever they, choose to charge us. And we pay it because that's what we think that we owe. That's the illusion.
Yes, the signature to the money. Somebody just commented on my line, because I'm not on IG with it. Yes, the application and the signature is the money. Your signature is the currency. And we don't even realize how powerful we are. We are the living, breathing people. And our life is what make everything go. We are the power. They got us over here being slaves, but nothing could run without the living man. Corporations are dead.
Right.
Okay, so let's be real. We are the life. We are the power.
We're the power. And shout out to Trey for that signature. Yes. But so I went through the whole bill process and I kept sending it out to the people. And what happened was I would send it to them and then they would send me like a letter and say, well, we don't accept this as payment. And you have to pay your bill, the regular way, sending a check or money order in or whatever, or credit debit. And I'm like, okay, so I would send it back to them again. Like, cause no, I know that you're supposed to. So then they wouldn't send me a bill for 2 to 3 months, no bill. And I'm like, okay, something working, because why you not, excuse me, why you not sending me a bill? And I was like, okay, something more to this. Then once I got the bill, let me tell y'all the crazy. Once I got the bill, 2 to 3 months later, they subtracted what the bill, they took money off.
Okay,
I remember when you told me that.
Who had an electric gas bill
Yeah.
and you refused to pay it and they deducted money?
Yes.
Never.
But they knew you, they know that
Right.
you were onto them.
That I heard to them. So they get, even my partner, Capital One Bank, they,
Not at Capital One.
I owe like 1,000 something. It was like, no, it was really like 1,200. Cause I was behind the bill. And I was refusing to pay y'all because I knew that this process was supposed to work. And I wanted to test it. So I didn't pay. And Capital One has sent me a letter and stated like, oh, well, you know, you can't do this, you can't pay this like this. And I said, okay, all right, whatever. So then I sent a rebuttal back and I sent them another bill. So when they responded again, they finally sent me a bill after 3 months. And the bill was now $690. What? I didn't call them on the phone, y'all. I didn't say, look, I need help and I need y'all. No, it's no payment plan. They subtracted that off of my bill. And I guess they felt like, okay, she wanted something, but if we subtract some money off her bill, maybe she'll just pay that. I need to
Wrong.
Everyone you comply to that bill.
Exactly. So I did it again. I sent in something else to them. And then they stopped communicating with me, period. They didn't say.
So what you're sending to them is you letting them know that what you're doing was illegal and you're not gonna pay that bill.
Correct.
Okay.
And I'm sending also, it's a certain way that you have to present the bill, because the bill is really a security. So they take your signature, and when you send that bill back, they put it on what's called the trading market, and they trade that on the market. So they're making like millions and millions of dollars off of everybody who's watching. So they trade that security, and if you look up what securities are, it'll say note, a bond, a debt. A debt, that's our debt. They trade the debt on the market. So Capital One stopped communicating with me, and I was like, okay, I'm getting nervous, y'all, because I thought they was gonna come repo my car. I ain't even going for it. Because they came to repo my car and I was 2 minutes behind. I called them, I made an arrangement.
Yes.
Made an arrangement, and they still repo my car. I said, what the? And that was illegal, by the way. They're not supposed to repo your car. If they have a issue with you guys, they should take it to arbitration before they take your vehicle. And that's in your contract, with your contract. So
Read your contract, y'all.
That's big.
It's a lot in the contract.
it is.
Yeah.
I sent them something else and they still didn't respond. So Tinker was about to start on my credit. So I went in to look on my credit and I seen my Capital One bill. I'm like, wait a minute. It says the company has charged off this vehicle. They charged my vehicle off, y'all. That's a win.
She still has her truck right now.
I still got my truck.
She got that car.
They charged it off.
Y'all not listening.
And usually the process is they repo it. They give you a certain amount of time to come get that car. If you don't get it in that time, they put it on the auction. They sell you your stuff and they send you an entire whole bill for the rest that you owe for that car. None of that happened. Hello.
Wow.
My car. Yeah.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
I'm gonna tell y'all.
Cracking the code.
It wasn't the best way, but they didn't want to concede. They didn't want to admit to guilt. So they would rather charge my car off than admit to guilt that they were not standing in honor and they were going against the law with things that they did with that car note and how it went in my contract. So I've been in every class. I don't pay money to different people to learn more processes, and I met Tika through a friend of ours because we were all studying to, the processes and still trying to get these other corporations to comply with us because they still not compliant.
Exactly.
So, me and Tika, when we met, it was like, we was like long lost spiritual sisters. Like we do so much, like, and it was just so much, synchronicities,
Oh, yeah.
things that we do. And I'm like, you do, okay. So it was a natural fit. We met. And she is super intelligent. I mean, highly intelligent,
So
such an
smart.
intellect, so smart. I call her a Jamaican because she know how to do like, she got like 7 skilled jobs for real. Like,
So y'all know I always say I'm a superhero. I've met my other superhero sister. And she definitely got some superpowers.
superpowers.
You got it.
And when I tell you that she lives up to that name, Ticket and True, like, girl, what can't you do? Like, damn, So we just started studying together, and I started studying more trust law. And Tika has a mentor, and she was talking to her mentor, and he was telling her about the tax process that also has a trust involved.
It's private,
And it's private. And having a trust makes you private.
Yes.
So that means that you're no longer in the public.
Yes.
Okay, so people are like, what does that mean? You're no longer in the public. Things are hidden. Our Caucasian brothers and sisters, they have trust. The wealthy, they have trust. Every kind of trust they use. Now with trust, you don't own your things anymore because the trust owns it, but you control everything. You control it. And that's where the power is.
So I hear revocable trust, irrevocable. I know we're working with teaching a revocable class. Can you explain to them about the revocable and irrevocable?
Okay, so basically, the revocable trust is a trust that allows you to put your assets in, and it's paper, okay? So you can get your EIN with the IRS for a trust. Then you have to write out a declaration of trust, which is your living words. What do you want to be in your trust? How do you want to, how do you want your assets to be, what's the word? Distributed. Who do you want in charge of your estate? This is what trust
And you
is.
really have to think these things out because I just did my trust. And if you have children, family, not a husband, not like, you have to really decide who you want
Right.
to, because this is a real living trust. This is, if something happens, this person will be taking over your estate. And if you work with us, you're gonna be very wealthy, so you're gonna wanna be, make sure your money goes to the right place. But that is something that we really, really need to think about.
Yes, so we don't, as the African American community, indigenous community, we don't look at trust because we were never taught that. We weren't brought up, about it. So we don't find the importance of it. When we think about it, it's all about, oh, well, we hear white Caucasian kids being trust fund babies. So it's like, okay, yeah, they have their own trust fund. How do they get a trust fund? I would want to know that too.
Right.
Like, what's a trust fund? And this is how they have a trust fund. Their parents have set up everything in a trust. And those assets have now become theirs to use how they want. So that's the same thing that we need to do with our babies.
Right.
We need to make them trust fund
Make
babies,
them trust fund.
right?
My babies are trust fund babies.
That's right. Imagine. But now, an irrevocable trust. Excuse me.
Shout out to Leah in Georgia, my two sweet babies.
The irrevocable trust is a trust where there's no flexibility. You have to choose a trustee and you have to give them the power over the trust, or which leaves you powerless because they take over the assets, the money, whatever goes into the trust, they distribute it. And then the great thing about the irrevocable trust though as well, it protects you from creditors. So that's a bonus. So they can't,
There's a revocable.
no, the
Okay.
revocable trust does not protect you from creditors.
Mhm.
It just hides you.
So is it safe to say maybe you should do both?
Oh, yeah,
You gotta have multiple.
Yeah.
Not even just those.
yeah, you should have multiple trusts. Again, as I said, Caucasians have trust for every benefit. It's a trust for every benefit. The revocable allows me to be a living beneficiary, and the beneficiary is the person that has, they get all the, what I want to say,
They get the benefits.
they get the benefits.
Yeah.
So the benefits meaning they can get the money, they can get the house, and
And that's you.
But that's you. While you're living, the revocable trust lets you live and control what you put in, what you put in the trust. So if money goes into the trust, I can take it out and I can invest it, the money. I can take it out and pay the bills. Now with the irrevocable trust, I have to contact my trustee, say Tika, and say, Tika, look, I need the money because I want to go and invest it into some oil or whatever. And she would have to write off and approve it. This is why it's important when you're doing your irrevocable trust. You find somebody that
That's your best interest.
got your best interest.
Right.
The trustee gonna have that power.
They don't have that power. So they need to be honest and they need to know how to manage money. Because they're the ones who's going to manage it after you leave, and they're going to distribute your benefits or assets to your beneficiaries, which are your children, and wherever you leave it to. But so the thing is, I lost my thought. So the process that we do with the revocable trust.
Yeah, let's talk about.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about right now,
Turn it up.
the process that we are presenting to people right now that is changing lives. The bill pay process.
Okay, so shout out to my mentor. I don't think he really want to be named, but he's an amazing guy. He's been studying and doing these processes for about 20 years. Okay, he's had the ins and outs of it. Been able to help people. He's helped a lot of people that took advantage of him. And I told him, I said, hey, and I gotta say this to my life. I'm like, listen, I'm really serious about this. I know you don't know him because he's way more advanced than me. And ladies and gentlemen, you always gotta have you a mentor, somebody. They don't necessarily have to be older than you, but you want someone with more experience than you. Because you're not gonna be able to go to the different heights that you need to go to in life, and everyone is on the same playing field. So my mentor was able to elevate me to things that I didn't have as much knowledge of. And I asked him because he was like, I ain't even like to talk to people. They don't know X, Y, Z. And I'm like, listen, I promise you, if you can help me to execute this and do what needs to be done, because I'm like, I'm on a mission. I had really been taking a whole year off of everything else I was doing. I would go out sometimes and things of that nature. Somebody say, oh, we having a show, can you come out? I support my people all the time, but literally I was working, going to the courthouse 3-4 times a week, filing this, filing that. This is what I've been doing, y'all. And he's like, you seem like you really okay. I'm gonna tell you everything you need to do. So he told me.
Wow.
And I went and did it, and hey, the money started rolling in for clients. And this money, with this bill process, what it does is you are able to pay your light bill, your gas bill, your rent, your mortgage. You can pay your bills up for the year because you're submitting them as evidence of a debt. So it's evidence of a debt. It could be an invoice. It's some type of debt that you have. And it works with the trust because, again, we're not supposed to be paying this stuff for the simple fact that we are the beneficiary in this case. With your remarkable choice, you're in a beneficiary position. So you're going to take that position and then you're going to leverage that position and you're going to stand in honor. Because a lot of people feel like, well, if you're getting 6 and 7 figure refunds. Oh, it has to be a scam. Oh, it must be some. Oh, I'm not trying to go to jail. No, this is in Internal Revenue Code. This process is completely legal, but it's not advertised to you. You know why? Because the powers that be said, well, if you know it, you know it, and if you don't, you don't.
Don't.
So it's literally, they put it in a book, and 99% of people are not going to read that book.
Exactly.
So guess what you have to do? You have to either gain the knowledge, which it can take hours and hours or years of research, or you find you someone that has that knowledge and research that either can teach you or can do it for you. In our case, we can do it for you. And this is a great thing for us to be able to help people to not have to worry about their day-to-day expenses, because this economy been crazy. You know, I can attest to it. Groceries, you go get like 8 items, it's like $45. You like, I didn't even get nothing but some chips and
$145.
now, I'm being modest, like, but you're right, it really be crazy. And, you know, that's just the day to day for a lot of people. A lot of people can't meet their day to day. So we're here to help people to get relief, to be able to focus on their health, because that's a big part of our mission, their spirituality as well. That's what we represent. So we have a number of products and services that we're going to be offering people that are going to help you just to have that overall great quality of life that we feel like everyone deserves. Absolutely.
Right.
Yes. And I think, well, I know that's one of the reasons why I was honored to be a part of the team, is because I don't like to do anything that's not going to benefit others, because that's how you get your blessings. Now, I'm going to be strategic in particular how this works, because you just can't do everything for everybody. However, people that really want to grow and elevate in life and protect their families, and we have to start creating that generational wealth. I've been about that. I've talked about it. And now to have the ability to help so many people, it's a blessing. Um, we've got to get that mentality, guys, that we deserve it. I think a lot of people get so scared, like, that can't be real, that can't be real. And I heard you say this before too. I think you said, a lot of us don't think we deserve it. It can't be real. There's no way they can give me 6 figures, 7 figures. And I think it's because we don't think we deserve it, but we are supposed to be abundant. That is something that we were blessed with the minute that we came into this, on this earth, is that God wants us to be more abundant. He wants us to live good, happy, abundant. And that's what Ascension Integrative is all about. Just being able to communicate to our people knowledge that can help them open the doors to, if you can pay your bills, then you can invest the rest of your money into your business. You can grow that business. But we would like to say, hey, if Deidre has $1 million and Tika has $1 million, and I sell candles, right? The most amazing candles in the world. I see that.
Yes, yes.
They gonna probably, it's nothing for them to come and buy a candle from me, right?
That's right.
Because she got plenty of money and she would rather buy it from me. And then I would in turn want to go get a detox. I'll get my taxes done, or I need any kind of credit repair or anything related financial, then I can go use and spend my money with Tika. I mean, she offers a lot of services. So you're going to do that, and that's how we start recycling and cycling the dollar around in our own community.
Mhm.
And that's what Ascension Integrated is about. Just being able to help you become financially free, teaching you the knowledge. We're not just here going, oh, we want to just get you a check. We actually want to teach you how you can understand what you were given, what your rights are. We want you to understand your rights, because it goes so far, like processes where I've heard where you can help people even get out of jail.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is serious, you guys.
And that's again with the trust. So you can use your trust while you're living and get the benefits of living and using the trust. So now you're the trust fund baby, okay? So, and that's what we do. We create trust fund babies right now, not when you pass on and it's your children. No, you're gonna be the trust fund baby. And all of this, like she said, this whole idea was kind of divine. It was a divine thought that came because I was going through stuff. Tika was going through stuff, and the money comes in, and then I'm like, wait, it don't came in, and now, man, it don't. It helped us. It allowed us to do certain things that we haven't been able to do, pay our bills, of course. But also now go to the grocery store and shop and give me my organic food.
Yes,
That's
good
sad.
stuff. Because
And so I was like, okay, so if we do this, people, they'll be able to kind of breathe now because the world is like, everybody like suffering. They on video like, we can't find no jobs. All these young people can't find no jobs. Right now, it's hundreds of young people, they can't, they're on video saying, we need a job, please give us a job. Then everything is high, inflation. So the
very
cost,
unhealthy.
oh yeah.
On the dollar menu,
And then you can't,
ramen noodles.
for my detoxes, I charge $20 for people to come in my home to have a detox. Most people can't even put that in their budget now. You can't even afford to be healthy. So I think that's crazy to me. So this is one of the reasons that we wanted to do this. So people can't afford to do those things. You can afford to be healthy. You can afford to eat good, live good, to take your kids someplace, but invest as well. We want to create a wealth mindset. We're going to be having a broker come in and they're going to be giving information to you of having a brokerage account because you just don't get your trust open. You have to open a brokerage account, a trust checking account with a brokerage form in order to do this process. Then once your money deposits into that account, you establish a relationship with that broker. And I know a lot of us aren't used to that. We don't know anything about that. So this is why we want to bring the broker in and let them tell you about their products, money market products, stocks, bonds, investing. If we have money now, look, let's go buy some bricks. Bricks is going to be the new currency backed by gold. We need to have a piece of that. Currency, is backed by gold. Buying gold, buying silver. This is a way for us to do all of those things and just, be in that, the wealth energy, or synergy. Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't just want to have no big house, and I'm always throwing the barbecues. I want to come over your house. That's what I say. I say it all the time. I don't know all the streets in your house too. Getting your food.
I say it all the time. I want everybody in my circle to have money, so I'm not always the one treating, because I have that type of heart, and if I want to do something, I like to get up and do it, right? So I want y'all to be able to take me to the beach, okay?
Right.
And my Chanel perfume, or
Right.
my Louis Vuitton, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, think of the name. Is it Clem Holics? Yes, that's that's like a next level. Black owned.
Persons.
Yeah, person. Yeah, her stuff is real nice. I got to do that too. Because I'm just throwing out names, but whatever. There's so many brands that we should support.
And do you know how many people can't afford, they can't, well, you don't put it in the budget, but a lot of people can't afford to even pay their insurance policies on a regular basis. So then once we pass, we don't have any insurance to leave for the kids to bury us or anything. Now, even with this, you can get your insurance policy, you can keep it going,
You can pay
bills
it
are
off.
paid up, your insurance, everything is paid up for a whole entire year. The young lady that if you guys go to Ascension Integrative on our IG, you will see the young lady who got her money. She wanted to do a video about her money. She got $298,000 back. She went and bought her Jeep in cash with a cashier's check. You'll see her beautiful Jeep on our page. She's paid up all her bills for the year. So she ain't stressing about nothing right now.
And she's a business owner, correct?
Yes.
A hairstylist.
And she's invested more into her business. She don't grow her product line out. Just amazing things that she's been able to do in the middle of a recession.
Yeah.
So come on, y'all, get with this.
Now, listen,
It's for your best benefit. And we only move in the energetic space of everything being in our best benefit.
Yeah.
So we not hurting ourselves, so we not gonna hurt you.
Absolutely.
absolutely. So listen, we want you guys to follow us. Here's our website, www.ascensionintegrative.com. And I know you're like, what? I have all of that tagged on the page. You'll be able to follow if you go to Real Talk with Reese or UGD Radio. We'll have all that information there for you. You follow Tika the Truth, Deidre Hope, or myself. You'll see it on our pages. But again, it's www.ascensionintegrative.com. The IG is Ascension Integrative. And we're gonna be everywhere. You're gonna hear from us. If you are ready to make a move, a positive move, change your life, this is where you need to be over here with AI. So you want to leave them with one nugget, one gem. Each one of you guys get on one gem of what you think is something that you do to start moving towards financial or spiritual, whatever you want to say. Just leave on one gem.
Affirm everything. Affirm what your vision is. Speak it into now. Don't speak it as it's going to be in the future. Affirm everything now. I am wealthy. I'm about to get a check from the IRS for over $200,000. Don't say I would. No, I am, or I have it. I had a check. See things happening now. Affirm it, speak it, think it, write it every day, and just watch. Oh, let me not forget the gratitude about it. Have gratitude about what's going on in your life before it even happens. Be grateful. Get that grateful energy and spirit. Like, oh my God, you just blessed me to pay all my bills right now, even though it ain't happening. You just blessed me for the IRS to send me that type of money. Like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you know what happens? That energy makes it happen even faster. And it comes to you even greater. So keep that energy of gratitude and just know and know that everything that you've asked for, it's already here, it's already done.
Yes, and I would say my biggest tip to you is to fix your credit. If your credit is not together, we have True Credit Club. That's TRU Credit CLUB Club. We're on Instagram. You could DM us. We have a Black Friday special coming up. $199 for 2 rounds of repair. You can't find those prices any other time of the year. So definitely, Black Friday's coming up. Get in for that because having that credit is a good part of everything too. That way you can move a certain way. And we're gonna cover you all the way around. You're gonna have the trust, the taxes, everything, and then you're gonna have credit. So yes.
Yes.
Tell them again about how they find True Credit again. What's the
TRUCredit Club, CLUB, True Credit Club.
That's what's up. So listen, mine is happiness. Happiness should be your goal every day. Happiness is how you vibrate on a whole nother frequency. You want to have good energy because good energy creates good thoughts, and good thoughts create success. Because if you think right, it's all about your mindset. How you think matters and how you feel matters. So if something is annoying you, you've got to find a way to get that out of your life. If something is holding you back, it's not for you. You are supposed to be happy. And think about how you move. Even if you have like a new boyfriend or a new house or a new job, when you feel good, don't you do things in a different way? You move different. If you're always upset and looking at the glass half empty, then you're gonna have that half empty energy. So it's all about the energy you create. Wake up with the goal that today I'm gonna be happy, and what does that take, right? And work towards your happiness. Happiness over everything. Peace and love. Happiness over everything. Yeah. All right, Real Talk with Reese. We will see you next Saturday. Listen, happy holidays. I say family day. I don't think about the holiday. I think it's a time where you love on each other at.
Yes.
Please love on each other and your friends, your family, whatever, whoever you love, love on them. All right? Peace, baby.
Love you all.
Thank you, James. Thank you, UGD.